Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. We're taking a very quick look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. We're just pretty much following suit with Bitcoin at this point. So don't think that Solana is like just totally in the doghouse. Truth is, everything is right now, and it's just a kind of a crap market is the best way to describe it. But Bitcoin is trending towards its lower liquidation range at about 81,000. So just to give you perspective here, a significant amount of liquidation there at about 81K. There's other liquidation too below, but for the most part, that's the heaviest concentration that is close by. So wouldn't put it past Bitcoin to hit that 81K range quite possibly this weekend. If that does happen for Solana, we may see somewhere in the range of 120 or possibly lower sometime here soon. So just get your spot bags ready, folks. Simple way to understand it: avoid leverage. It's not really a good condition to be doing something like that, right? Now, granted, we do trade with leverage too as well with our community, so don't get me wrong, it's not like it's totally terrible. We shorted Bitcoin 40% 2.5 days ago, and now we're up about 35% on our XRP trade. We hit all targets there. So both trades looking pretty good in profits. I didn't short Solana just because I felt like there was a decent amount of support, and I don't really like kind of betting against Solana or SUI personally. Even though I still do sometimes, I didn't really bother with it recently. Having said that, 124 is that macro local liquidation just below the previous low here. And then we also see 120 as that secondary amount. So 120/124 are those two potential targets for this coin. When we look at liquidation, pretty heavy to the downside. This is pretty standard right now. Bitcoin is exhibiting the same exact behavior. So there's nothing too abnormal here with the chart. This is very normal continuation patterns synonymous with Bitcoin. We're not seeing any coins right now that are like shining stars, like, oh my gosh, they're just not even bothering with Bitcoin right now. No, everything is pulling back with it. Now that does kind of imply that the tentative bottom's coming close. We're getting massively overextended with a lot of altcoins. So the truth is, a lot of them are soon to retest their local lows and decent amount of support there. But it could absolutely lose that area and that range, the price continue lower too. But I don't think that's the case for Solana. Daily time frames pretty darn bearish. There's nothing here to see that's really like, oh my gosh, we're going to turn around instantly. So if somebody's telling you about a hidden bullish divergence, I would not trust that. There's no such thing right now. The 9, we can see a 9 on TD sequential here on the 4-hour time frame, kind of implying that we're massively overextended and that we're probably going to be reaching our bottom here soon. What we want to look at too is like how price action is moving contrary to Bitcoin. So we see Bitcoin, we've had 3 massive little 4-hour dumps here in the last 36 hours. We look at Solana, roughly the same thing. Each time Bitcoin sells off aggressively, Solana does too. So there's nothing special here telling us that Solana is just going to instantly recover. So try not to get it in your head that this coin is like super special. It has recently proven otherwise. It was doing really well to the upside, but at this point here, it's just kind of following suit with Bitcoin. We can see we're getting close to 30 on the RSI. Bitcoin is exhibiting the same behavior. This is a case in point where a lot of times you will see a pivot or a bounce. So we might see a relief rally here, but that's probably the best case scenario. And folks, this is a weekend. You shouldn't be trading weekends, especially not with leverage. Or at least, if you're not shorting, you shouldn't be trading weekends at this point. As I don't know if you know that statistically, but we've seen 12 out of 13 weekends so far this year, including this one, of course, so far, all red weekends. So we have still, we've only had one profitable weekend. And the reason why that was because there was a Trump tweet regarding XRP, Cardano, and like Solana. When he was talking about the reserve and all that stuff. So anyways, the truth is it's hot garbage on weekends to trade, so I wouldn't recommend it. If we get a pivot or bounce off here, there's potential there, but it's just as much potential to bounce from here as they just continue lower. So those statistics just aren't in your favor, so why force the trade? It makes no sense. The best recommendation I can say right now is to not trade at all. I know it seems crazy to hear. I know it's tough to listen to, but that's just the way you're supposed to trade when you are responsible. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. I hope that makes sense. I described it correctly. Don't forget to join us over on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. To those of my community members who are in the Discord, congrats for those who are actually reading the material that I provide. I do have trade alerts here that tell you everything that I'm trying to communicate on our trades. I even send these out before I send a signal so you know why I took the trade that I took. Okay, so it's all there for you. Use it. Don't squander it. And I hope that you continue to learn. Thanks so much again for being an amazing part of my life. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Take care out there. Bye-bye.